It's Week 11 of the 2022 season. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Vikings.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17, and he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cook again. And some room to run now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Cousins now.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings them out.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he can lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Prescott off play action. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that wound up traveling an even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Play action now, Cousins. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt, not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know what it would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Throwing, Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
And the Cowboys first down.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run it again with Cook. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And down inside the 15 he goes. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
But we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Dak and the Cowboys getting set for their next possession. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Prescott to throw it.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Dallas.
Play action now. Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Prescott.
That's complete to Mooney. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's going to let this one go deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to
start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Play action. Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Maher is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
A short kick taken at the 18. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. With the football going back to the Vikings offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing, Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Here's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a give here to Pollard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, but any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Fourth down, Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we're both wondering if we were going to see them try to push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch. Tomorrow.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Dak. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that. Now Prescott. He's got Mooney. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 catches for him now. In this last one, a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And able to push forward for right about 3 yards down to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Open man layup. It's complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Dallas, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.